Fiance had a bachelorette party that cancelled the wedding. Part 2. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. It didn't take 2 minutes for her to call back, crying hysterically, saying sorry for everything, saying she wants to die rather than to lose me. She said she was forced by her friends and sister to have fun one last time, that she needed to let all the energy out before stepping into a marriage for life. I was just quiet during most of it. The more I didn't talk and just said okay, the more she was crying. She started telling me I can fuck other women if I want to get back at her, or that she will tell everyone about what she did so I can take her back, that she will do anything it takes for me to come back, and that this was a mistake of her life and that she hates her sister and friends for this. I told her fucking other women was not something I needed, because the moment I met her and started loving her, she was the only woman I needed. I didn't need to meet or sleep with someone to know the best thing of my life was waiting at home. The sister was telling her stuff in the background, but I couldn't hear. I don't know what the sister was telling her or if she was getting angry at her or something. She kept begging and begging me, and I just told her if she comes clean to her parents and family I will think about it. After that she started saying something, but I just hung up. For like half an hour my phone goes silent without much response, and her father calls me up and apologizes for everything. He and his wife know what happened now, and he is so sorry for all of this. He told me he understands how I feel and then that he didn't raise his daughter to do this. He said he understands if I don't want to see her again, but that I will always be welcome to him and that I am a good guy. His wife basically then steals the phone from him and tells me she did a mistake and she regrets it and it will never happen again and we can move forward from this. She tells me her daughter has never been this destroyed before. I politely tell her I appreciate her opinion and then say I have to go and goodbye. My ex-fiancé calls me back and begs me again, saying she told her parents and also sent a text message to her friends, our mutual friends, about what had happened. She then keeps crying, asking me when I will come back to speak with her, and say we can even go to counseling and that she will pay for everything. She kept apologizing on the phone and I didn't say much. After some time I just told her not to cry, that she shouldn't be apologizing because single women, like herself, are allowed to do these things, and I hope she finds Mr. Right. She starts crying even harder and her sister takes the phone and says sorry and tells me everything can be fixed and that I said I would take her back now that she told everyone what she did. I told the sister I only said I'll think about it, and now that I realized I dodged a bullet and wish her and her sister the best. She then tells me her sister is turning suicidal from all of this and that this is going to lead into a depression that can take her life. The only thing I said after she told me that was it's a good thing you are close to her so you can make sure she doesn't kill herself then, maybe take her to a doctor or something. After this I just hung up. My phone has been blowing up with messages from mutual friends, her and her sister saying sorry and basically begging me to come back. I don't plan on responding. I honestly feel a lot better right now, like I can move on. I will be going on vacation this upcoming week, I think. I don't know when I'll feel okay to start dating/meeting women again, but we will see. Once again, thanks to you all and sorry for a lot of wrong writings. I am not a native English, so hope you can read without issues. Thanks. Edit. I would like to add that my best friend, co-owner of my company, hired someone to take care of the company for us, and also booked a month-long vacation for the both of us. I am lucky to have such a good person in my life, and I hope you all are able to find a friend like this. I would do the same for him. He's been a friend since we were kids, and if I lost all other people I know he would be there for me, so big thanks to him. Edit 2. My friend went over to get the ring from her, but she refused to give it to him and told me she would not give it to anyone and that I have to pick it up by myself. I don't know why she is still acting like this. I am thinking of just letting the ring go and being able to have a clear mind. Update end. Here are some of the best comments from our community. A year from now, your life is going to look completely different than it does today, and you will be grateful for the turn of events that led you there. Best wishes to you on your new journey. I think there's one very crucial thing to remember if you have doubts about your decision later. Your ex had the opportunity to come clear about everything. You gave her the chance to talk to you, an opportunity many cheaters don't even get. She already knew that you knew she fucked up big time, otherwise you wouldn't have left like that, and she knew what you sent to her sister. Yet despite all this, she chose to try and lie her way out about it being a misunderstanding. And not even that, she was also incapable of having this extremely important conversation on her own when this is something that absolutely belongs between you two. She could have admitted everything right then and there, talked to you one-to-one, and maybe, just maybe, her apology would have been honest. Instead, she chose to lie and have her sister/friend with her to support her in that, while in the same breath trying to blame her sister/friends instead of taking full responsibility. Even she should have been aware that the lie stops making sense when she goes home with a guy on her own. You did the right thing, enjoy your vacation. Here is the second story. My wife gave birth to a black baby girl, we're both white. A month ago, my wife gave birth to a black baby girl. We're both white, so she was forced to admit that the child was a result of a one-night stand last year. I've started divorce proceedings, although we're still living together for now. Between our two boys, aged 2 and 4, I've had paternity tests for them and they came back positive, her infant daughter and her having lost her job due to COVID. Living together as amicably as possible until the divorce is settled is an unfortunate necessity. Naturally, I have no ill will towards the baby, and I've been disgusted by some of the comments I've heard from family members, friends, co-workers and others, all who seem to be fixated on the racial angle of this. As if the most salient part of this isn't that my wife cheated, but that she cheated with a black man and that the baby is black. What really worries me is that my 2 sons might pick up on these narratives. They're too young to really understand what's happening now, but I'm worried that as they grow to understand the situation that they might grow to resent their half-sister for breaking up their parents' marriage. And worse, that their resentment might express itself in a racist fashion, under the influence of the aforementioned racist narratives. Any thoughts on how I should try to influence my sons away from that perspective? It probably doesn't help that we live in a suburb with very few black people and their half-sister is really the only black person my children know. Here are some of the best comments from our community. He'll tell you what my dad did and you can use the info as you will. He invited my little brother, who is not his child, along with me to stay during the weekend. My brother wasn't the product of infidelity or anything, he's just my half-brother. My stepdad's son. But I didn't know for a while because my dad brought him along to the museums, and the water parks, and the movies, etc. Pretty much any time I was at his place, my little brother was too, and he never complained. He loved my brother. So that's an option. You can have the baby come with your sons occasionally, make sure they're treating her okay, and be an example for him to treat their sister. I'm no parent, but I think telling the boys to love their sister no matter what, would do the situation some good. Or at least to keep that message consistent through their upbringing. Especially telling them to look out for her and help protect her. If they learn empathy early on, you might raise kids who do the exact opposite of what racists do. If you're ever around the baby girl after this is all over, the way you treat her is what your kids will pick up on. I'm not sure how you're handling this now or how you'll handle it in the future, but if you can manage to be loving toward her and show some kind of interest in her, it will help the boys to see that she has value in your eyes. I think that would be a big deal for them. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.